Well, here we are at Forest Hill Cemetery in Duluth, Minnesota. And I'm at the Congdon section. And for those of you who are familiar with the Glensheen Mansion in Duluth, well, you'll know that this is the resting place of Chester Congdon, Clara Congdon, and pretty much their entire family. This is where they chose to be laid to rest. And I'm just stopping by here today because I wanted to do it yesterday and it was such a beautiful day, but oh, look at Dudley. Okay, right there, Dudley. I was wondering what the huge mansion real close next to Glensheen was, and I guess that is called the Dudley Mansion. It's owned by a Johnson family now, so but that's a pretty awesome mansion too. But yeah, yesterday, November 22nd, would have been the anniversary of Chester Congdon's passing. November 22nd, 1916. What do we got here? We got Campbell, Marion Wade. We got her, Marion. We got that fella. Chester Addigat Congdon II. And let's see, this is WBC. Some old stones, man, some old stones. All they have is just initials on them. Here's Chester's. Chester, such a simple stone for such a prominent, important man. Clara, that's his wife. Here's John. John was just like 3 years old or something like that when he passed from a fever or something like that. Here's Elizabeth. And here is the huge Congdon monument here. Pretty impressive. I sing, it says. But yeah, the Dudleys must have been related somehow. I gotta check more on the history of the Dudleys, the Dudley family. But this is such a beautiful cemetery. Such a beautiful cemetery, especially in the fall. I tried to make it up here this past fall, but didn't. A lot of old graves here, man. But yeah, Chester Congdon. What a great family he had. They did so much for the area of Duluth, and he didn't live long. I think he died when he was 65 years old. 64, excuse me, I think it was. Hard to believe that right below there, about 6 feet down, he lies. Hey Chester, thanks a lot for everything you did for the area up here, man. Your family. Yeah, very impressive cemetery. Walk over here a little bit. Show you some of these old stones. This must be the oldest part of the cemetery because there are some very old and unkept grave markers here. Many of them have fallen over and just unkept here at Forest Hill. Look at this one here. What do we got here? I wish the sun was out. Look at this guy here. 1868 to 1946. Look at this old one here. That Katie Brown. What's this? Matilda Vint. Yeah, this is definitely an old section of the cemetery. Some pretty old stones here. But yeah, a very beautiful place in the fall, especially when the leaves are changing. This is what it looks like at Forest Hill. I think this was probably the very first area of the cemetery that started accepting plantees. Call them plantees. I don't know about being buried. Doesn't interest me. I think it's personally a waste of space. Everybody should just be cremated, man. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Who is this fella? Yep. We're here and gone in the blink of an eye. Yep. But I just wanted to stop by here today and take a look around, film the Congdon area. That's it. Share it to my YouTube, what have you. What's this? Children of Margaret and J. D. Budd. Neff. Lots of dead people here. Lots of dead people. But yeah, heading back to the Congdon area. Thank you, Chester Congdon, for all that you did for Duluth. And the Congdon family actually found out they own old Dominion trucking. So all that old money still is in existence. And that's like $1 billion company. Old Dominion. Better keep it like this. But yeah, that's Chester Congdon's simple stone there for such an important guy in Old Clara. I've tried to, on Facebook, I'm part of the Glen Sheen page there. I joined that Glen Sheen mansion. And I've told them, I've suggested to them many times that they have life-size wax figures of Chester and Clara, and maybe, like the stable hand, the butler, and other important people that kept the mansion going. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know if the U of M would ever invest in that or not, but personally, I think it would be cool to have, Chester smoking a pipe in his smoking room, and maybe Clara sipping a cup of tea, maybe the stable hand at the door, tipping his hat, welcoming people, and what have you. I think that'd be pretty cool. They should get wax figures of everybody. It would just add a lot to the tour experience, I think. So maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll take my idea there and actually get wax figures so that people can become more acquainted with the family in the times. That house is so beautiful. Chester, you really built an impressive place, man. And you lived quite the life while you were here. You did. No doubt about it. So, anyways, this is my little video from Forest Hill Cemetery, Duluth, Minnesota. Lots of history here. Lots of history. Anyway, I think my dog has to go to the bathroom, so I better take him for a little walk here. But from Duluth, Minnesota, in Forest Hill Cemetery, in the Congdon area here. I hope it did something for you, everybody. All right. Peace and love.